Hello, everybody. Everybody out there in Seesaw Land. Mr. Royans here, and we're going to be talking about cause and effect again. And today, it's kind of a double whammy. One, I'm moving away from the mimicry text just to switch it up a bit, and I want to move back to the text about the babe. You guys remember that one? We read it quite a bit. You guys even did some sequencing work with it. Remember what the sequencing work, what text structure it was? Sequence, chronological. Yes, chronological order, right? Or it's a sequence. It was set in the order of the babe's life, of Babe Ruth's life. But I also want to look at it as a cause and effect text. And I am out of chart paper. Luckily, I just got this fancy-dancy little whiteboard chart paper holder, so I can write on it like this for now. But I want to review this text, reread it, and then I want to answer some of these questions here on the side. It says deconstructing text. We're going to be looking at the ideas, the big ideas, the events, and information. And it's kind of crossing with the what and how it's organized. And I'll show you what I mean by that. And then down here, I've got how to explain it. It's kind of a sentence starter for you guys. And we're going to work with that with some of these text structures. So first, the Babe, one of the greatest baseball players of all time. Babe Ruth was born in 1895. His name was George Herman Ruth Jr. When he was a boy, George had problems, often skipping school and getting into trouble. His parents sent him to a school run by Catholic monks. The school was very strict and was surrounded by a wall similar to a prison. His parents hoped the school would help improve George's behavior. George was only 7 when he began attending the school. Now first, before I even start filling that out, I want to talk about the cause and effect of that paragraph. One of the greatest baseball players of all time was born in 1895. Okay, when he was a boy, he had problems, often skipping school and getting in trouble. What's the cause and effect there? When he was a boy, he had problems, skipping school, getting in trouble. He was sent to a school run by Catholic monks. So he would skip school, and he was sent to a school run by Catholic monks. The school was very strict, surrounded by a wall like a prison. His parents hoped it would help improve his behavior. Being sent to the school proved to be a game changer for George. It affected the rest of his life. Baseball was very popular at the school, and George proved to be an excellent baseball player. Not only was he able to play all positions on the field, he was also an excellent pitcher and batter. One of the monks became a role model for him and helped George work on his baseball skills. So, cause and effect for the second paragraph. We're not even over here yet. We're still looking at cause and effect going on here. Being sent to the school proved to be a game changer. It affected the rest of his life. So going to that school, the cause, being sent to the school, the effect, it affected the rest of his life. If he had never been sent to that school, he might not have become the great baseball player. The cause, he was sent to that great school. The effect, he's a great baseball player. The what and the why, guys. And then, hold the next. Can I do that from here? Oh, there we go. All right, next paragraphs. As George grew older, the monks realized his potential. When he was 19, they asked the owner of a professional baseball club, Jack Dunn, to come and watch George play. Dunn liked what he saw and signed George to a contract with the Baltimore Orioles. The other Oriole players called him Jack's newest Babe, which led to his nickname, Babe Ruth. Lots of cause and effect in this paragraph. As George grew older, the monks realized his potential. When he was 19, they asked the owner of a professional baseball club to come and watch George play. So the monks realized his potential and they had somebody come watch him, and he was signed to a contract. There are a lot of cause and effect things in this story, right? The other Oriole players called him Jack's newest babe, which the effect of that was his nickname, Babe Ruth. Babe next played with the Boston Red Sox organization. He started out as a pitcher, but it soon became obvious that his best talent was batting. Team owners realized that Babe was too good for minor leagues, so he became part of the major league team. Well, look at the cause and effect here. He started out as a pitcher, but it soon became obvious that his best talent was batting. They realized Babe was too good for minor leagues. So he became a pitcher, or became part of the major league team. They realized he was too good for the minor leagues. The effect, he played for the major leagues. In 1919, Babe joined the New York Yankees as an outfielder. He broke records, hitting 54 home runs in 1920. The next year, he hit 59 home runs, breaking his own record. In 1927, he had a record of 60 home runs. This record was not broken until 64 years later. With Babe on their side, the Yankees became a powerful team, winning 7 pennants and 4 world championships from 1920 to 1933. Wow, it's always one of those things when you read about Babe Ruth, you just go, wow. Sorry guys, I'm trying to scroll up here. So, in 1934, Babe joined the Boston Braves, hoping to become the manager. It did not happen, and he retired. Cause and effect. He joined the Boston Braves, hoping to become the manager. That did not happen. He retired. The Baseball Hall of Fame was created in 1936. Babe became one of the first 5 players to become a member. In 1946, Babe was diagnosed with cancer. He died on August 16, 1948. Over 100,000 people lined up to pay their respects to the great Babe Ruth. Now, I realize that this might come across a little insensitive, and I truly don't mean it to be, but a cause and effect, he got cancer. The effect is he died, right? The what? Got cancer. The why? Why did he die? Because of cancer. Why did 100,000 people line up to pay their respects to him? Because he was a fantastic baseball player. So I want to deconstruct this text and think about the what and how is it organized. Now, one thing to think about is we've already kind of deconstructed this text before. We broke it up and we realized that it was in sequential order, chronological order. It tells the story of Babe from his first days to his last. But there's also this layer of cause and effect in there. And I want to show you guys how by deconstructing it. Now, what does deconstruct mean? If I construct something, I build it up. If I deconstruct, I kind of take it apart. So we're kind of taking apart this text to realize how it's kind of both of these, an amalgamation of both of these text types. So the idea is the what. What is the idea of this text? And that is how good of a baseball player Babe Ruth was. Or how Babe Ruth became a legendary baseball player. Right? How Babe became a legendary baseball player. How is it organized? Well, it's the cause and effect, right? The information about how he became a legendary baseball player is it's organized in a cause and effect way, because it tells us, the cause. He was a troubled youth. And because of that, he was sent to this school. That's cause and effect. Do you guys see that? Or because he was so good in the minor leagues, he was drafted to the majors. Because he was so good, he held batting records. So what are the events? What are the events? Can you guys see me? I don't know. I can't really tell because when I'm looking, I try and be out of the way. What are the events of the text? We have the ideas. The idea is how Babe became such a great baseball player. What are the events? What are the ideas? We got that. What are the events? Babe holding records. Babe becoming a baseball player and holding records. Actually, let's say becoming a baseball player and retiring. And how is that told? Well, chronological kind of, right? But it's also cause and effect. How did he become a baseball player? Why did he retire? It's organized in cause and effect. Because he wanted to be a manager for the Braves, he went there. Or he went to the Braves to be a manager, but because he didn't become one, he retired. Because he got cancer, he died. Because he was such a fantastic baseball player, 100,000 people lined up to see his ceremony. Now, what is the information? Learn about Babe Ruth's life. And how is that information organized? Well, that's chronological, right? I would even go so far as to say cause and effect. And chronological. Because, it is told, all those reasons I told you that it's cause and effect. That he became Babe because he was known as Jack's Babe. He was so good at hitting, he held the home run records. But now I want to look at this sentence starter. How do we fill out this little organizer here? The idea of blank is explained through blank. One event described is blank. The author structures this information as blank. Readers learn blank. This is organized as blank. The idea of, and I'm going to write this up here, because we're going to be working on it. Guys, we have to start focusing on writing complete, well thought out sentences. And this is one way. I've given you guys the tools, and I'll give you the tools to fill out something like this. And you're just going to fill in the blanks. The idea of Babe Ruth being a legendary player is explained through cause and effect. One event described is, well, we can kind of pick from that. But I'm going to say is him retiring. One event described is his retirement. The author structures this information. This information as cause and effect. Remember, because Babe wants to be a manager for the Braves, because he doesn't get it, he retires. Cause and effect. Readers learn my pen's messing up, guys. Readers learn blank. Readers learn about Babe Ruth's life. Actually, I would actually change that about Babe Ruth's baseball career. I would change it to baseball career. This is organized as what? Well, cause and effect or chronological? What do you think? I would say chronological, just to stay consistent with what we had talked about, and also to show you guys that you can have multiple text structures in a text. Because it starts out with the beginning, middle, and end of his life. The beginning, middle, end of his career. But if I was grading a paper and you wanted to say there's also cause and effect in there, I'd also accept that. So once again, guys, cause and effect. I'm going to take a picture of this and I'll upload it to the activity so that you can see it as an example. But we have to keep remembering that you have to be able to look for the what and the why and be able to pick that out. All right? Good job, guys. Keep it up.